What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Black Man. It's the Black Opinionated podcast, a.k.a. The Bot. We are live on 410 South Street in Philadelphia, the pop-up shop, a.k.a. the Vision Venue. It's a sad day right now. Maybe we lost Kobe.
It's a Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a very sad day.
Just lost Kobe. All the stories coming in really haven't confirmed too much, but they have confirmed that one of his daughters was on a helicopter with him. So it's a sad time right now. Kind of at a loss for words. Wasn't ever really a Lakers fan, but I like Kobe. Kobe to me was like the Tom Brady of the NBA. You kind of hated him, but you had to like him for how good he was.
Yeah. I mean, it was like that even back in high school.
Yeah, he was smashing records. Man, take a moment of silence real quick for Kobe. All right, what we doing today is, like I said, man, I'm at a pop-up shop in Philly. So if y'all in Philly watching me, man, come on down 410 South Street. Got the lovely Charvon Hollis. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because her last name is not spelled like it sounds. And she's one of the vendors over here at the pop-up shop. She does photography. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Good.
All things considered, I'm doing good today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a her piece day.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I thought the news was fake. My buddy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can never really trust it when it comes out and it's confirmed. Yeah.
And it was no, because I Googled it right away. As soon as somebody told me it, I Googled it. And nothing came up. Only thing that popped up was how how LeBron just broke his record and the tweets they were going back and forth with. And then I jumped on Facebook and it was all this breaking news. Yeah. So I guess social media was actually faster than Google this time. So it is confirmed. It did happen. It's not a hoax, not a joke. It did happen. This is not gonna lie, it fucked up the whole mood.
Yeah.
It fucked up the whole mood. All right, let's get it together.
Yeah.
Get it together. Conduct this interview. I'm also going to be interviewing a couple other vendors in here as well. So, like I said, man, if y'all out here in Philly, make sure y'all come check it out. 410 South Street, the pop-up shop, a.k.a. the Vision Venue. So you do photography?
Yes, I do. This is my second time here at the Vision Venue, the pop-up store. With my pop-up studio.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started doing this back in June. I was doing pop-ups at festivals.
Okay.
And then that kind of led to me meeting Brittany, who founded the pop-up. She invited me to come do the pop-up block party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of got started with the Vision Venue. And then I reached out to her and was like, what do you think if I did like a pop-up studio at the pop-up store? So that's how I'm here today. I was running a special promotion for January. My birthday was last week, turned 39, so I was doing $39 headshots for the month of January.
Cool.
Yeah. And this has been a good experience. I get to meet a lot of cool people here in the city who come through the shop on South Street. So I think I'm going to continue to keep doing this probably on a monthly basis here at the South Street location, and then maybe also at the Roosevelt Mall location.
Now, do you are you mobile?
Yes.
So people can just call you. You come to them.
Exactly. So I do not have a studio location at the time. So I am a mobile photographer, and what I do is I will come to your home, your office, your location of your choice. I pop up with my equipment. I can do headshots, portraits, family portraits, and then I deliver everything through an online gallery, and you can order prints, proofs. Not collages, canvases for your walls at home, wall art, things like that. So, and then I also am starting this Saturday will be next Saturday will be my first time with my open air photo booth. So for events,
what
weddings. So, when you go to a wedding or a party and there's a photo booth with a backdrop and props and, you push the button and you get the photo strip. So I'm launching that at a party next week. And then I have some other events lined up for that. So I also have that available as well.
Now, how long have you been a photographer?
I started doing photography when I was in college. So that was little over 15 years ago. So I started doing photography. I was doing headshots for friends, and
Oh, so you
as
good.
I would sound good, but I mean, there's definitely people out there better, but I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So and then I had gotten really involved in the Philly art scene. I was doing a lot of nightlife. Was heavy into the Philly poetry scene. Did a lot of headshots and videos with spoken word poets. And then kind of took a step back for a few years to kind of just reevaluate my life and what direction I wanted to go. I had went back to the corporate world, and through that got involved in corporate headshots for the company I was working for. So
So now,
yeah.
is this what you do full time? Is the photography?
No, I do marketing, sales and marketing full time.
Okay.
And then I do my photography nights and weekends.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Still got to work.
Yes.
It's a vicious
Yeah.
cycle.
So right now I'm financing the passion with the day job.
Yes. I try to explain that to people all the time. I feel like people think that they're just going to get out there because they love to do something that's going to bring them in money, and that's not how it actually
Yeah, that's
works.
the thing. I had gone, the first time around as a full-time photographer, and realized how difficult it is to make a livable wage as a full-time artist if you don't really understand the business aspect of it and the
Right.
sales and the marketing aspect of it. So it's kind of been the benefit of the fact that I took a step back. I went into the corporate world and I learned those things. Really learned how to run a business because it's more than just art. It's more than just having a camera and pointing it and taking pictures. You really have to understand how to get customers and how to retain them.
Now, not only with the customers, do you do classes?
I do not.
No.
I mean, that's something eventually down the line. I mean, I've just relaunched my business last summer.
Oh, so you stopped for a while.
So yeah, so I'm really pacing myself. I don't want to do too much too fast. So I'm really in that branding stage right now of just getting my name out there, letting people know what I do, and basically reintroducing myself to the people that I've worked with previously, letting them know that I am back. I'm doing this if they're interested. And reaching out again. But I've scaled back. I mean, I kind of did everything before. I was doing music videos. I was, doing, nightlife photography, weddings. I was
All over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. And, the whole was a statement, a jack of all trades, master of none. So I really had to decide, this time around, what do I want to focus on? What brings me joy? And so that's why I'm focused now on headshots and portraits. And then the photo booth is really kind of helps with the having a consistent
Right.
income to feed those other things.
So what made you stop for a while?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but
We got time.
long story short, I had 2 back-to-back deaths in my family that were really, really hard for me to cope with. And when you're a full-time, entrepreneur, you don't have like bereavement time,
Right.
sick time, PTO. You still got to work, and it was really hard for me to get through that and to continue to be focused on my craft. And I got to a point where I was just really lost, and then it was affecting my ability to make money and therefore my ability to pay my bills and things like that. So I was just kind of like, let me take a step back. Let me go get a regular, 9-to-5 job with some benefits,
Right.
and fix what is not working well in my life, so then I can then focus on building a business. Because if you don't have balance in your life, you're not going to have the balance with your work. Yeah.
So now all you do is you don't do videos at all anymore?
No, like I mean, I do marketing videos for the company that I work for, but that's not really something I have interest in.
So it's strictly just a photography.
Yeah,
now.
and I have plenty of people in my network that I can refer people out to if they are looking for video, who are very good at what they do.
Oh, that's dope. It's all about the network.
Yes. Yeah, and that's another thing that I've come to realize is that we don't have to all be competing with each other.
Yes.
We can work together. We can refer to each other. If someone's looking, for beauty shots or commercial photography, I don't do that, but I know someone who's very good at it, and that I can refer you to. If you're looking for wedding photography, I no longer do that, but I can refer you to someone. I think that in art spaces, especially with photographers, we get very competitive, and it
Right.
doesn't need to be that way. There's enough for everyone to eat. Everybody has their own niche, their own specialty, their own pricing brackets.
Right.
So I might be overpriced for somebody's budget, but there is someone else, who might be able to quote
Right.
within what you're looking for, and vice versa. There are some people who charge way more than I do, and if you can't afford that, then my goal is to be affordable, but also I need to be able to eat.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think I also think that, like you said, with the whole referring people,
Mm-hmm.
I think that looks better on you too.
Yeah.
If I was to be like, hey, no, I can't do it, but I know somebody who can,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like more people would return to you even if it was something that you didn't do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, or even if I'm not available, if you need the
Mhm.
book and I'm not available, I'm like, reach out to these other 3 photographers.
now, when have you ever come to a point where you feel like you didn't want to do this anymore? 15
Yeah,
years is a long time.
Yeah. I definitely have gotten to the point where I didn't enjoy it anymore. And that it made me very sad because it was like this was something. I mean, my dad got me into photography when I was young. He was a photographer when he was in the military. He bought me my first camera as a child, around like 8, 9 years old. So this is like something that I've always loved. And then it just got to the point where it was a burden.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't enjoy this anymore. So that's when you get to that point with your passion, you have to evaluate, okay, well, why am I not enjoying it anymore? And what parts do still bring me joy? And then that way you can kind of restructure yourself. Because like for me, what was happening is because I was doing too many different things.
Yeah, right. Stretching
And
yourself
it's like,
super
yeah, I
thin.
was stretching myself very thin, and I was forcing myself for the sake of just having an income and getting clients. I was forcing myself to do things that I didn't even, I didn't see the vision for, and which therefore affects the quality of my work.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, I don't like what your vision is. Like, this is not a good match, and that's where I'm at now. I can recognize when it's not going to be a good match, and it's and it's important as creatives that you don't want to go to a photographer just because they're a photographer.
Right.
You want to go to a photographer because their style matches what you're looking for. Because you don't want to force a photographer to try to create something that's not in their wheelhouse.
Right.
So. Yeah.
So now, do you ever just go out? Because you said you've been doing it for 15 years. So do you ever go out and be like, this is what I'm doing today, and it doesn't matter if it brings me money or not? Like, do you still just pick up your camera for fun, or is it only when?
I don't pick up my camera for fun as much as I should. I find that I really am only photographing for fun when I'm like on vacations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that I actually have like been thinking about a lot lately. Is just when I have a free day, just like go in the city and walk around like I used to. Like I used to just walk around the city and take pictures. I don't do a lot of that anymore, and it's definitely something that I need to get back into my routine. Because you want to keep your creative juices flowing, and you also don't want to get to the point where you're only doing it for money.
Right.
Yeah. So, and it's like, creativity, in my opinion, is a muscle. If you're not exercising it on a regular basis,
It does get weaker.
Exactly.
Trust.
It's going to get weaker.
I definitely understand that.
I've had times where like there's been lulls between, work, and then like I go to shoot again, and I'm like, wait, how do I set up my lights again?
Right.
So it's like, yeah. So you definitely have to be consistent. It's like I know a lot of people are writers, and they say write every day. It doesn't matter what you're writing, just write
As long as
something.
you do something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's with anything. Because I found myself, like you said, I put my camera down for like a week or two, then I get back to it. I'm like, what was that setting again? Or where was this at? Now I'm like, now I'm going through it and wasting time. And so, yeah, creativity is definitely a muscle that needs to be exercised above all anything. Because it's easy to read a manual and learn the technicalities of something. Like I like when I talk to people and they say, you shoot music videos? I say, yeah. They say, you shoot in 4K? Does it matter? You're not going to tell. You're not going to be able to tell.
Yeah.
If I say yes, are you going to hire me?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's Definitely, definitely. Now, do you have any type of advice for anybody that wants to get started in this entrepreneur side of things?
Yes, research. Definitely, whatever your field is that you want to become an entrepreneur in, research. Research your market.
Hmm.
Research who your competitors would be. Research pricing. Research supplies. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going to start a business," but they don't know about registering with the state.
Yes.
Registering for your sales taxes. How do I pay my sales taxes? How do I create a website? How do I uh, have a business email?
Hmm.
And these are things that are very, I think, I don't see a lot of. I'm surprised at how many people don't have websites, and it's super easy. I remember back when I had first started my photography business, like 10 years ago, I had to hire someone to build my website for me. Versus now, I went on Wix and did it
Yeah.
myself in one day,
Between
like in a
Wix,
couple hours.
Square,
Yeah,
Squarespace.
Squarespace. Yeah, it's too many resources that are too affordable and too easy to use for people to not have them, and it makes your brand look so much more
Professional.
professional, and it makes you more visible. Because it's one thing to have an Instagram, but it's like, okay, on your Instagram, if I want to see if you're legit, like, where's the link to your
Hmm.
website? Don't link me to a blog or
Yeah.
blogspot as your portfolio.
So many
Yeah,
things that's
make
so
it
social media
your
based.
your company name.
Hmm.
And the thing is like, I do mentoring at my university where I graduated, and the first thing I always tell them, I'm like, buy the URL for your name. Like, buy it today.
Yeah.
Buy your
If you can
URL
get
for
it.
your name if you can get it.
Apparently, I
Yeah.
got a common name. I can't buy mine.
Yeah. So, like, I bought Charvon.com when I graduated college. It started out as just my online resume because this was before LinkedIn was a
Hmm.
thing. And then it turned into my website for when I was doing filmmaking. And then now it's my photography website. And I've had that Charvon.com for like almost 18 years now. But, like, but like before you decide on a name for your business, make sure the URL is available, make
Hmm.
sure the social media is available. um, yeah, and then take those steps to make your brand, like to build your brand. That's
Yes.
what it's all about now. Every person is a brand in themselves,
Hmm.
let alone whatever company you're starting.
Right. And for anybody out there that don't know, there is a easy peasy website that you can go to check all social media platforms to see if you can get the same name, and it's called namevine.com. You type in what you think about that you want to name your business, and it lets you know if it's available on Instagram, YouTube,
Wow.
Facebook, all at one time. So if it's not available on one, you go back and tweak it a little bit and just keep playing with it till you can get the same name across the entire board. And the good thing about it is it lets you sign up for, like, if you don't have, for one, it lets you sign up right then and there for that specific social media site.
Said name vine.
Name Vine.
I'm gonna write that
Yep.
down so I can tell other people about it. But and that's the beautiful thing about like the Vision Venue and what Brittany is doing, is that they help people with those things.
Hmm.
Like if you don't know where to start to even like start building your brand and your business, like they have like all of those services here, to help guide people.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to have been a business major before I was a communications major, so I kind of like already had that background. But some people just don't know, like, okay, where do I go to open up my e-commerce site? Like,
Hmm.
should I use Shopify? Should I use Magento? Should I use Big Cartel? Like, you know, so if you need guidance,
And by the
like,
way, all those are fine to use.
yes, yes,
Just make sure you get rid of the big cartel dot, or the Shopify dot by the URL.
yes. Yeah, you want your URL to be your brand. So, yeah, it's just there's too many things available nowadays to not look professional.
So what's the one thing that you would have wished you did different when you started?
Um, hmm. I think, and this was feedback I had gotten from a friend,
Hmm.
um, and it was controlling my personal emotions on social media. I had a really hard time with that back in the day, and it ruined a lot of my professional relationships with people.
Yes.
I would vent a lot on Twitter, and it made some people, certain prospects and stuff, not want to work with me because they're like, oh, well, she seems difficult.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You look a little unstable.
and I see a lot of that nowadays, and and what I've been seeing lately is like on Twitter is like, a lot of these like hairstylists coming out now saying, oh, your hair needs to be washed before you come to me, or if you're coming to get your hair braided, you need to already have your hair pressed out, and it's like really aggressive tone,
Right.
and it's just like, how are you creating an environment that people want to come into with that kind of mentality? So as I was rebranding, I took those things into consideration, and have realized that relationship building is a significant portion of being an entrepreneur and a business owner. So you have to take those things into consideration. Your personal feelings have to stay personal.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have a brand.
Yeah, I tried to explain that to one of my buddies at one time. I'm like, bro, like, you're good at what you do, but what you put on social media, I didn't know if this is happening, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what's ruining it. Because people are looking at about what you're posting, and it doesn't make sense to come to you.
Yeah.
Because you look unstable.
Yeah.
So you got to keep your social media either private, so people can't see what you post unless it's your friends,
or don't post it at all.
Right.
And that's what I say. I just had this conversation with someone, like, because they're like, oh, well, my social media is private. I'm like, if somebody can screenshot it, it's not private. I'm like, so the only way to keep it private is to not post it at all. So, if you start venting and typing in a post, and and I'm good for typing it out and then deleting it. Sometimes you just need to get it out your system.
Right.
So just go ahead and type it out, but don't hit post. Sometimes
Yeah, that's okay.
Sometimes
we all have notes in our phone.
As an entrepreneur, you're gonna deal with people who really, really frustrate you.
Yes.
But you can't let that one person who frustrated you ruin all the potential opportunities you could get. So you gotta find a way to keep that under control, or you just learn different ways to communicate those frustrations.
And social media is forever, people.
So like, 'cause I see really aggressive posts about, like, basically make sure you have your deposit ready before you book me. And it's like, okay, it's fine to like require a deposit. We all require deposits. At least you should be requiring a deposit. But there's a better way to say that, where it's like, it's less aggressive and it makes you sound less difficult to work with. Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate you coming and take your time out today to talk to me. Because I know everybody got their own life.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be here last week, but I got so busy during the week. I called Daryl up. I was like, bruh, we got to reschedule. I couldn't do it. So.
Oh, I'm glad you rescheduled, because I wasn't here last week.
Oh, yeah. Well, that worked out great then, huh? See?
So, but, I appreciate this conversation because, I have this conversation a lot with friends of mine who are also entrepreneurs. And, because of my experience in the corporate world with sales and marketing and branding, I feel like I have a lot of, insight that I can give to people regarding that. I have a good friend who's starting like a YouTube series, an animated YouTube series.
That's cool.
So shout out to Vision Masterpiece Theater. Check him out on at Vision Poet on Instagram. It is one of the funniest things you will watch on YouTube. He tells stories of his youth, and they're animated. So, and it's almost kind of like a love story to Philly in the process, because he talks about things that you'll remember from back in the day. So yep, that's him. So definitely check that out. But he was literally my very first photo shoot ever.
Awesome.
When I first got started, this was back when I was still shooting film. So, had a dark room and everything.
Oh, wow.
He was, so, I've known him for a very long time. And I've always consulted with him on his brand, and vice versa. He's the one that gave me that feedback about, like, stop being so aggressive on social media.
Yes.
So it's important to surround yourself with the right people and people who are going to be honest with you, to help you build and grow as not only as a person, but as a business.
Right. Do you have any friend? I know we was about to sign off real quick, but I gotta know this. Do you have any friends that you had to stop hanging out with, not because they were bad people, but because they were just so negative all the time about you trying to do your own thing?
Um, I have distanced myself from people. Um, Not so much out of like, oh, well, they're jealous of me. Because I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by people who have always been super supportive
Okay.
of what I'm doing. But I have realized that the people closest to you will be the least supportive when you're starting out. And I'm not saying that in a way of like, oh, they're going to like naysay and push you down and tell you to not do it. But like, don't expect them to be the ones that buy stuff from you. You know what I
Yes.
mean? The people closest to me don't pay me for photo shoots. They wait until I offer it for free or something like that. You know, sometimes I'll go to my cousins and say, "Hey, let me do some family portraits for you guys." Um, but you know, you'll be surprised. Like your biggest major supporters are going to be people that come that you meet randomly somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't always look for your inner circle to be the first ones in line to buy your product because it doesn't work out that way. But also don't hold that against them either. You know, sometimes um, it's it's hard for them to see the vision when they're close to it. You know
Right.
what I mean? So people from far away, they see what you're doing and they like what you're doing. They're like, okay, I like that. But people have known you like your whole life, or you know, in my instance, I was the kid who like got involved in activity for all of like 3 seconds, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this thing now. So my family, when I was starting out doing this, they're like, oh, this is just another
There's
thing that
another
she's gonna do.
phase.
Yeah. And then now it's like, oh, I've done it consistently. So like my parents, like they don't have a problem. Like, oh, you want to buy this very expensive lens? Here, we'll finance that for you.
Right.
So you know, just it
Mom,
takes
mom, you hear
time.
that? Mom.
It
Mom.
takes time for the people who are closest to you to get on board. So
Right.
just don't like get mad at people and start cutting people off because they're not the first ones in line to buy your
Right.
product. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. Like I said before, I appreciate you sitting down, coming and talk to me, and we got to get ready for the next guest coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Before we get out of here with you, let them know where they can find you at on social media.
Social media on Instagram is at Charvon Hallis Photo. On Twitter and Facebook is at charvon.com, all spelled out. And then my website is www.charvon.com.
Boom. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Black. I'll be back in a minute with the next guest. Make sure y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. What up, yo? We back. We are
Holla.
back. Got my new guest in the building, Candy Girl.
What's up?
She does a one-stop shop adult store.
Yes.
One-stop shop
One
adult
stop.
store. Just like a little tongue twister. Almost had me all messed up,
You
man.
believe in twisted tongues?
Hold on, let me get this together. Let me get this together first.
Hold up. Hold
Boom,
on.
there we go.
Wait. Okay. Boom and boom.
So yeah, so this is all live. So you'll see the name pop up in a second, and then you'll see it actually move across the screen. So once we get done, I'll show you how I do all this.
Yeah, I love this. We'll talk about the program later.
Yeah, we'll talk about the
We don't wanna
program
do no
later. I'll
drops.
tell you.
We're not doing no free
Oh
drops.
no, I give
y'all.
people information. No, I do. I give people free information all the time.
No, I'm talking about free drops for the people.
Oh, yeah, they're
You
not
know what
paying
I mean?
me yet.
They
They're not
don't pay
paying me.
you, so no, they don't get that. We can talk about that offline. Offline, y'all. Offline.
But let's get into this sex store.
Yes.
Am I you saying it? Am I using
Adult
it?
store.
Adult store.
Because it's not just about sex. It's about relationships. It's about intimacy, right? It's more to life. It's more to adulthood. It's more to your relationship than just sex, the sexual part. That's important,
Yes.
but that's not the only thing.
Changing all the stuff on the fly. That's what happens when you lie. Bow.
Boom.
It's crazy. It's good. So now, so you said you teach private classes.
I do private consultations. So a lot of my clients will come to me and they'll have questions about how to do certain things, how to make it past a sexual trauma, how to engage with their partner in different ways. And I happen to be one of those people that I will do private sessions, one-on-one sessions. I also do group meetups where we all get together under one umbrella in one room and kind of just talk about different adult topics and different things. I do it for religious groups, for private entities, and some people just at their home, they'll have a group of their friends and they'll be together and maybe they'll be married. Some of them will just have partners and they just want to talk about stuff that they don't exactly feel comfortable going to your average adult store, going to a therapist or whatever, but they'll come talk to me because I'm like your homegirl. I'm like your auntie, that you can just come and you can talk to me about anything. There's no judgments here.
So now, are your private sessions? I'm guessing that's an additional charge.
Absolutely.
Okay. I feel like people would be like, "Oh, Jay, you do private sessions? I'm gonna go ahead and go there."
Yes,
And then-
absolutely. Yes, it's private. You want to duck? Go around. Thank you.
We super live.
Yeah, we super live. Like, don't be thinking you invisible man walking through the camera. Excuse us, y'all.
Right. So how did you even get started with this?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. So I was working in the corporate sector, and I was an operations manager for a corporate shared office space. And pretty much all my life, including my corporate life, people always talk to me about their problems. Random people in an elevator, people that will walk up and greet me at the front desk, whatever. Everyone always wanted to talk about their relationship, and it always stemmed around their sex life, their relationship, their intimacy. I mean, even down to the little Oriental lady that ran a pharmaceutical company. She would come and say, he no good in bed. and I was like, what? Like, hold up. And so I always wanted to send them somewhere where they can go to get tools, where they can kind of talk to someone, converse with someone, get little pointers and things. And I did some recon and went between Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, could not find an atmosphere that was befitting of the clientele that I had.
Okay.
The caliber of people that I was interacting with and the types of situations that they were bringing to me. So I finally said, you know what, I'll do it myself. And a lot of them kind of like shrugged me off, like, no, I'm not going anywhere else. I want to talk to you. So I kind of had to create an environment that was inviting, that was open, that was welcoming, that was free for people to be able to come through and kind of express themselves and ask those questions. There's plenty of adults that don't know how to please themselves, let alone please a partner.
People come to you with this stuff?
Absolutely. Every day.
I feel like that'd be like super embarrassing.
Well, at first it feels that way until they come and they're like all red in the face and they're like, I wanted to, and I just be like, just spit it out. Just tell me. There's nothing you can tell me that I haven't already heard before. Probably twice.
Right.
Nothing. The only two things that I have that are completely off the table, animals and children. Other than that, you can talk to me about anything. I don't care what your fetish. I don't care what your kink. I don't care what your sexual predilections are. We don't judge here, period.
Now, I feel like as cool and collective as you are, what's the most craziest thing you heard that made you even stop for a second? Like, wait a minute.
I think what usually will give me pause is always when it's like family stuff, like brother and sister, mother and son. That stuff always makes people like, what?
That shit's real?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a category on Pornhub.
No, it is real. And I mean, it still gives me pause. Like, I'll be like, wait, okay, so, all right, no, continue. Like, I have to, like, literally, like, back up for a second and be like, did they just say that? And kind of play it back in my head and be like, okay, they did. But then I have to realize none of that is of importance unless they're talking about something between them and that individual. But if they're just talking about technique and whatever, doesn't matter. As long as they're two consenting adults, it doesn't matter who they are.
Okay.
See, the pause. The pause. There it is. That's the pause. See, you got the pause too. See, it's contagious.
I'm thinking in my head like, wait a minute.
Yes. 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 So trust me, sugars. Trust me, babies. There's nothing that you can come and talk to Candy Girl about that I have not already talked about.
Yo. I couldn't even imagine that conversation.
Why?
It's just, it's weird.
It's not weird. That would indicate, if to say it's weird, that would give it meaning there's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. You're two consenting adults, period. Everything else is completely something made up. The laws and the whatever. They did it in the Bible. Boom.
Yeah, you're right.
They did.
They did. That's the only way they populate the world.
That's how they hello. Come on, cousin. We are related. Hey, auntie.
That's the only way.
There you go.
I guess because it is, like you said, because of all the laws and all that craziness
that were created by man.
That and it kind of when you grow up like that, you know what I mean. And it like this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong,
yep.
this is wrong, this is wrong. This is good, this is good. This like you kind of start to second guess things.
Sure do.
So now, how did you start this? Like, did you just like? I know you said everybody came and talked to you, but were you just like you just rolled over one day was like, I'm gonna be a sex consultant? Like,
no. So what happened was first I was in therapy.
Okay.
Don't judge me. I had two counselors. I had two therapists.
Oh no, we don't judge.
And both you might not, but some of your people do. But I had two therapists, and both of them, like, simultaneously at different sessions said, have you ever thought about getting into counseling? And I was like, no. And they were like, you really should because you're really good at it.
Okay.
And I was like, whatever. I was going to be an attorney. And then I applied to law school several times. Nobody wanted me. So that was out the window. And so I was like, well, let me change my strategy. And I said, well, maybe if I go to school for another master's degree in something else. I was like, if I go and get my grades up, then I can get into law school. So that was really my whole strategy, was to go to school for something that will get me a different set of positive grades that can get my transcripts up and get me into law school. So then I said, you know what? Let me look into this counseling thing and see how long it takes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, looked it up. And I was like, about 2 years, huh? I was like, okay, well, let me look and see what subject matter they have. And they happen to have, clinical mental health counseling with a concentration in crisis and trauma management. So I was like, okay, that's kind of my wheelhouse. Crisis and trauma therapy is like anyone has gone through some type of trauma, some type of crisis in their lifetime. And if not, God bless you.
Right.
But what happens is more often than not, it's not dealt with.
Right.
It's just black mold on the wall. Keep painting over it, keep painting over it, keep painting over it until you can't see it anymore. Because if you can't see it, then it doesn't exist,
Right.
which is so wrong. It's so wrong and it's so false. And people tend to be mishandled, mistreated because of that.
Okay.
And so I said, you know what, let's do it. And so I started going to school for it. And in the meantime, in between time, as far as my adult store, I sat for a year. I established the business. I waited a year before I did anything. I went to LA. I went to Vegas. I went to different places to interact with people within the industry
Okay.
and to learn from them. So I went to Doc Johnson. I went to Pipe Dream. I went to NS Novelties. I went to, Sports Sheets and the different CEOs and COOs and different general directors of this and that. And I said, okay, tell me about your products. What makes your product so great? I talked to the people with the supplements. I talked to the different ones that even the porn stars that use these things and they're on. I said, what makes you so fabulous? Like, okay, so Mr. Marcus, we see you on TV. So what? What's Mr. Marcus doing now? That type of thing. And the more that I got to know them, the more they got to know me. I was like, I kind of like this. And there we have it.
Yeah, I would never see me being a sex counselor as a profession.
Why?
I just it's just one of them things. I'm uncomfortable talking about it.
Why?
I'm honestly, I don't know.
Don't you like sex?
Yeah, I mean, who don't?
I'm just saying there's some people that they don't like it. They may have sex with themselves, but they feel ashamed about it. But honestly, if you go back to the root cause, if you go back to your core and think about the reason why you don't feel comfortable talking about sex or you don't feel comfortable conversing with other people about sex, I can almost bet you it's got something to do with some grandma, some auntie, some uncle, some pastor, a teacher, a principal that made you feel like it was shameful or something that was to be embarrassed about or something that was to be kept private because nobody talks about this.
Right.
This is not a subject matter that is okay or acceptable to be spoken about in public. This is only something that you want to talk about in the comforts of a private setting where there's four walls and just you and one other person.
Right.
So that programming is there. People like myself, I'm here to deprogram you, debunk what people say, to bring sex, relationships, and intimacy to the forefront because everyone's doing it in one way, shape, or form. Either you're doing it in a great way and having fun with it, or you're doing it in a way that people think is not so great, but you're still having freaking fun. You just don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to come talk to you. I'm going to come talk to you.
Please do.
Now,
I'm looking forward to it.
Now you're here in the pop-up shop.
Yes.
And now is this your only location?
Now it is. I actually was down the street. For those that may have known, I was on 325 South Street, which is right down the street. Literally, you can see the front of, just not even a whole block away. Yeah. I was there for like 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then I had an epiphany one day, and circumstances being what they were, I said, you know what? Why continue to hold on to a building that I don't own and that I'm not really getting much from except for being able to say I have my own storefront? So I closed that last summer. And damn, last summer it really was. Can I say damn?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I curse all the fucking time.
Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, closed over the summer, and then I was closed for a few months, and then the owner here contacted me. Was like, hey, why don't you come on down the block? Blah blah blah, and here I am. Been here since October
Of last year.
Last year.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so you only been here for a couple months.
Yeah, just a few months.
Still good. You like it here better?
Don't ask me that question.
I like the environment here.
It's okay. It's different.
It is different.
Yes. It sometimes, most of the time, it reminds me, it is a blatant reminder of the closed-mindedness and the judgment that is this country. It's very much that. So I have to be very cognizant of that and maintain my positive demeanor and my business acumen and still function. So it's tough, but you make it work.
Getting a job done.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you sell?
all kinds of things, toys, supplements, lingerie for men and for women, underwear for men and for women. I sell shoes. I sell dancewear. I have CBD products also that help with all kinds of aches, pains, ailments, insomnia, inflammation.
Oh, it's really is a one-stop shop.
That's what I said.
Babe, we gonna buy this toy tonight, but my knee be hurting. Wait, she got the CBD
exactly.
too. So,
yes.
That thing, the check engine light, come on, it's a rack.
Exactly. That's my whole thing, is just to be able to provide an environment where you can come and you can pick up the little things that you would need to be able to have a fulfilling, intimate life.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely talk to you after all this.
Yes, let's talk.
Word.
That's word. And you guys can talk to me too. You guys can meet me at 410 South Street. I'm here pretty much every day. You can go up on my website. Sorry, I'm doing a shameless plug. www.xxxindulgenceboutique.com. That is www.xxxindulgenceboutique.com.
It's not a porn site, yo.
Not yet.
Is everything? I'm your boy Black, yo. It's the Black Panther Podcast. I'm on 410 South Street today, yo. We got the pop-up shop, a.k.a. the Vision Venue. Make sure y'all come down and check me out. Check all our stores. Check the vendors out.
Yo, you have an amazing voice, though.
Thank you. That's why I do this.
Yeah, you got that sexy after dark. It's black after dark.
So me and one of my buddies, we've been toying with the idea of doing like an after hours podcast.
Why not? Hell yes. Let me help.
Because we're trying to figure out what to call it. We just don't know what we want to call it.
Blackout.
That might work. What do we have? Oh yeah, I was gonna and then my new night name was gonna be Black Velvet.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, we still toying with that.
I like it. I like Black Velvet. Sounds a little,
Yeah, like see me, 350 fucking pound light skin black.
I mean, it's like Black Velvet. Come on.
See, you ruined it for me now. I don't even want that name no more. God, now I gotta come up with something new. How long it took to come up with that name?
Black Velvet. It just sounds like.
That was a whole show it took to come up with that name.
Black Velvet.
It was an idea. It was just an idea.
It's definitely an idea, and I like the name, but if I called you Black Velvet, I promise I would clown you the whole time.
Well, that's not happening now. So.
And now I'm gonna just call you Black Velvet just because you just thick and juicy and you light skinned. But that name is that voice is like all heavy, like your voice make you darker.
Facts. Now I gotta come up with a new name. Gotta sit in the mirror now and talk to myself because I gotta figure out how to make my voice deeper.
No, you don't.
So that way, when I come on and say it's Black Velvet, they're gonna be like, yeah.
They gonna look at me like, you don't look like your name says.
You don't look like it at all. That's why when I tell people I like introducing myself, especially to white people, they be like, yo, what's your name? I'm like, I'm black. They be like, the cool ones will be like, oh, I'm white.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
The other ones, they be like
I don't know where to go with it. I don't know. He said he's black. I would say you're African American.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, this is African American.
Yeah. So it's so funny when I do that to people. Because I love the ones like I said, the ones that are witty will just come back and be like, I'm white.
Yeah.
The other ones, they look around. Then one of my friends like, no, his nickname is Black. Like, you cool. You're good.
Yeah, like you're okay. I promise you, no one's gonna jump out and grab you.
Right. You look around. Right before white people say something racist.
It's like, wait, what? It's like, wait. It's like, should we whisper?
Right. Hello, Black.
Hello.
Right.
They
might text it to you. Oh man, but I definitely appreciate you coming on. You already did the shameless plug, so we ain't gotta do that again, man. Y'all stay tuned. I will be back with the next guest. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Everything.
Holla at your girl. Mwah.
Everything is AKA the Bop. We be back in a minute, man. All right, yo, man, what up? We back. Make sure I get the right.
Where should I be looking?
You can look at me. You can look at the camera. Yeah, I know yours is in here because it's one of the first ones I put in here. Where'd it go?
See?
I bet you was on this screen, though. Yeah, see, I don't know why. Anyway, man, we're back. I'm going to just go ahead and put it in right now. KRYSTAL.
STAL. J.
Now, is it Crystal?
Yep.
Or Crystal?
Well, that was the name back in the day. When that was
You ever see the
before
Boondocks?
not that particular episode.
He said, excuse me, Crystal, might you be a hooker? He said, why, what make you say that? He
Oh,
was
wait,
like,
no, I did see that. No, it's just Crystal.
because most strippers is named after a high expensive drink.
That was before it was Ace of Spades now.
Mhm.
That's the thing. That's it.
Yeah, we don't drink Cristal no more.
No. And I told myself, I was like, I'm going to drink some before. And now it's not played out.
It's funny because I'm a big Boondocks fan, but
Yeah.
they actually addressed that in one of the shows. Like,
Yeah.
so the one they referenced it like, oh, you know, it's a high expensive drink. Then the other one, they was like Jay-Z. They was like, yeah, because they told Jay-Z they ain't want his big nigga lips all over his fine white wine.
Yeah, make my own.
So, woo, man, we had the pop-up shop 410 South Street.
Yes.
We can y'all duck for me? Can you duck for me? Just run right through. Run through.
You can go around.
Yeah. Man, y'all be easy. See, we super live.
Live.
But got Crystal right here. She does lashes.
I do lashes. I do
410 South
makeup.
Street and makeup.
Yes.
Right here, 410 South Street, man, a pop-up shop, a.k.a. the Vision Venue. So now let me ask you this question. That's a lot of people doing lashes now.
Yes, it is.
What sets you apart?
What sets me apart is, I think, my presentation, my aesthetics, my brand itself. Because, like you said, everybody is doing the same thing. And I just saw a post where it was like, well, why are you copying this and why are you copying that? And it's not like you're copying. It's just that if God calls you to do something, then that's for you.
Mm-hmm.
So God called me to be a part of enhancing your beauty. That's my tagline for my company, enhance your beauty. So when you come to me, you're getting something completely just off my creativity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I have a vision, like what I see in my mind, I choose your face as a canvas. That's what real artists do.
So how long have you been doing, let's start with the makeup. How long have you been doing makeup? I'm pretty sure that was first.
Yeah, that was first, yes. I've been doing makeup for a while. I say about 2020, about 2011.
Okay, so
But
about
it
almost a
wasn't-
decade.
Yes, but it wasn't until about maybe 5 years ago where I started to do it more regularly, and then I started doing it part-time in a photography studio. And then I kind of stopped doing it because I kind of lost my passion, but that was just the devil trying to deter me away from my goal. So I kind of, when I got back into it, then it really, really picked up. And then my artistry grew, my skill grew, my clientele grew. And in the midst of that, that's where I created the vision to do the lashes. And that's where it came from.
So how long have you been doing the lashes?
The end of 2017.
Okay, so a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
Now, do you see a better turnout with now that you added the lashes?
Yes. So it definitely coincides now.
Okay.
Because before it was like, oh, how I came up with the idea was that when I would do makeup, people would be like, oh, can I get some lashes? And one year I went to the makeup show in New York,
Okay.
and I bought a
Is that
bunch.
is that the Mac show?
Not the MAC show, it's the makeup show. So what that is a bunch of different like MAC, Urban Decay, Smashback. A lot of different brands will come in this huge, and it's like a whole weekend thing. You could get a ticket for one day or 2 days. I bought the ticket for the whole weekend. I don't know what I was thinking because I was spent after the first day, but it was an amazing experience. I went by myself, and I walked out of there with bags and bags and bags of stuff. But one of the things that I bought was they were selling lashes, just regular synthetic lashes,
Okay.
for like $1. And like I stocked up on it. I'm like, okay, well, if I do this and then I'll have it for my clientele, good profit for me. And then I'm looking at them and I'm like, they went like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why am I not doing this?
Right.
So I decided to create my own, but I didn't want it to be what I was putting on my clients, which was synthetic.
Okay.
So what I sell is human hair and mink fur.
Okay.
Like the little animal. So it ranges from human hair to regular mink, and then I just recently started selling 5D mink. So you know how you have like a 3D movie?
Okay.
And it like pops out? It's like 3D plus 3D plus 3D. So it's like big, 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 which is a really big trend right now.
Like them butterfly lashes.
Yeah.
Did
Butterfly, caterpillar.
Did you see that Facebook video? It was a viral video going around. The chick was on a roller coaster and her lashes started coming off.
I did.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now, how do you prevent that from even happening?
Well, if you got a good glue,
Okay.
you glue. And then people ask me all the time, well, how long does the lash stay? Is not the lash itself, is how you apply it and the type of glue that you use.
Okay.
That will determine on how long it will last and hold up good on your eye.
So you make your own eyelashes.
I manufacture them.
Can you explain this process?
So I've done a lot of research. This was actually a long, long time in the making. And because I didn't have the manpower or the man hours to do it myself by hand. So I partnered with a manufacturer, and we work together as far as material, styles, packaging, names, everything. I come up with the colors, names myself. All of my lashes have a name, and it's usually a family member or a friend that is like really, really true to my heart.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So right now I have 2, 3, 5, and they all have different names. And then we ship, and then I do it like that.
Now, what is your price range as far as your lashes go?
The lashes go from $8 to $15.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So the $8 ones are the human hair, the lesser expensive one, and then the 5D minks are the $15. Yeah. The butterflies.
Now, somebody comes in and purchases the lashes from you. Do you apply them for free?
I do charge a small fee, but it's only $3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all hear that, man? Y'all better come get y'all lashes right, because I seen too
That's
many
it.
spiders running around y'all faces.
one up, one down. You know the doll babies from back in the day. You lay them down.
the one eye.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or they got the one lash that be like this, like it's just missing the whole chunk out the middle right here. And I'm like, yo, girl, if you don't take them,
Long night.
eyelashes is like a weave. I can always spot bad tracks.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. You're right.
Man, come 410 South Street, y'all. Pop-up shop.
I'm here.
Come see her, please.
I am here.
Come see her for my sake.
To take the stress off of him.
Because if I see you in the street,
He is sick of seeing it.
your shit look like it's throwing up the fucking rock star sign. I am going
That's
to
funny.
clown the shit out of you.
That's all right. I'm going to just give you some cards. Direct them my way.
I got you.
Say less.
Look, that's how I'm gonna be nice to people. Like, oh, hey, girl, here.
I like your lashes. Have you tried hers?
Yeah, you should try. Right. Because my problem is I'm so blunt with it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn, what the fuck happened to your eyes?
See, I learned in school in undergrad, my teacher used to say, if you deliver bad news, you got to do it like a sandwich. So you start off with something good, hit them with the bad, and then end it with something good.
Yeah, nah, see, I'm just I'm just all in your face, because I live on a philosophy of, if we're that close, or you let me walk out the house looking a certain way,
I've
so
done that.
I give it to you straight.
I
Oh, what do you
did
think
that.
about this shirt? No,
Yeah. I did
because
that.
I would want you to do that to me. If I was walking out the house and I thought it looked good and it didn't, because we all put stuff on
Right,
all the time. You
yeah.
think it looked good,
Yeah.
especially you women out here doing your own eyelashes. You put them on yourself. Unless
struggle
this
is
is
real.
your profession,
Yeah, or if you've done it for a long time. And you know what's funny?
and longer than a week, we're talking about.
I met an optometrist who applied her own individual lashes. I was
Oh, she's skilled,
what? I was like, how? And when do you have time?
right?
Because that takes a lot of time just for another person to apply them on another person, but for to do it, and they look good on her. She did a really good job.
Yeah, she's skilled.
Yeah, she has a calling too. Eyes.
And you know what's crazy? Y'all aren't out here applying individual lashes, and it doesn't look good. Come, please come to 410 South Street
I'm here.
and check
And
out
if-
Lashes by Crystal.
Or DM me. I could come to you when I'm available.
Y'all see her Instagram name? Let me see if I can point. I never point to him right. The other way. There you go.
There you go.
Right there. Boom.
Bam.
Make sure you
Right
check her out on the IG. Because it's about to get warm outside, so that means I'm gonna be outside a whole lot
prom
more. So that means
season, wedding season is coming up.
when I'm outside, the jokes will fly.
That's when you cut up.
Yo, let it wait till. First off, wait till it get warm and I can do this podcast outside.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be a wrap.
That'd be awesome. I'm interested in starting a podcast myself, actually.
Well, we'll talk after the show.
Okay,
I produce them as well.
sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on and talk to me, man. We got two more guests. So we're gonna go ahead and take a short break real quick. Come back. We're gonna have who's coming up next? Black and Nobel. So we're gonna be talking about the sea moss. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. I'll be back in a minute. It's your boy Black. Make sure y'all follow Lashes by Crystal J. Right there. All right. It's a Black Opinionated podcast, man, aka the Bop. Follow me everywhere on social media. It's all the same. We'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned. What up, y'all? We back. We are back. I got Marcus from Black and Nobel.
Hey, how you doing, world? What's going on? Peace and blessings.
So, explain to me what Black and Nobel actually is.
Black and Nobel is basically a hub. It's a village. It's everything we are missing in the black culture, as far as knowledge, as far as being a merchants and give the goods to everybody that can't get it. So anything like basically we sell sea moss. You ain't getting sea moss everywhere. Probably people ain't even heard of it, but it's a craze that everybody needs to have it now. But we was the ones bringing it to the community first.
Now, what is sea moss?
It's basically, Irish sea moss is grown under the sea, and basically, it soaks up all the nutrients and stuff, and from the sea, and basically has 92 base minerals in it, and
Wow.
probably had 25 that you need in your life is in there.
Just now, so you eat it?
You can eat it. You can use it. You put it in soap. You can all types of stuff. Making drinks.
Oh, however you can get it into your body.
And internal, external.
Oh, snap. See, I thought it was just to
No,
ingest.
we have soap. We got all that stuff. We sell it all.
You sell black soap too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop see y'all before I leave.
You can check out the sea moss. So we got sea moss soap.
Now, is it a good weight loss?
Oh, yes. You'll immediately start feeling energy, and then you'll start losing weight. You'll start have healthy weight.
Do you use it?
Yes, 7 years.
I just heard about it last year.
Yeah, we've been pumping it real hard. Like even celebrities like Meek Mills and other people, they're really starting to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're happy that we're able to give all this to the world, because as black people, and not to get on us, we do not talk about health in our homes at all.
Nope.
So basically, when we hear about health, we leave it up to the schools.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need to get into that, but ain't that
I know we can get into it.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Oh. It's our fault. Can I be raunchy about it?
You can be blunt.
I mean, like, me to the type of person I am, I got to take my faults.
Okay.
And I see the faults, and I believe other people need to take faults. We do not educate our children about health in our own homes.
No.
We don't. We was like, oh, this is healthy because that's what you were taught was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really know what it is
Yeah, because we don't really do research.
at
We
all.
just kind of
'Cause,
pick up like, my grandmama didn't eat it.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, man, collard greens filled with vinegar and all types of spices and stuff. And, we put the meat in it, and, we're eating good.
But we're not.
No, you're eating an animal still.
Yeah, I just stopped eating meat at the beginning of the year. We had a conversation before we even came on the air.
Yeah, you know what I told you. What was more important?
My life.
Right.
So it's not a hard decision.
Not a hard decision. So if you want to live longer, if you want to be more healthier, get rid of the meat. So if you choose meat over your life, you might as well just kill yourself right now.
Right.
Why even waste time? 'Cause that's all you're doing. Because basically, you're not supposed to have meat in your body anyway. We're not built to eat meat. That's why it takes so long for us to break it down.
To digest it.
Right. So, because, how would we say it? Like, breaking it down, you got to break down the actual structure of the DNA. And just breaking it down. So, if it's like a real tight protein, so it takes longer. So, that really, and just imagine if you really had pig meat in your stomach
Just sitting there.
for sitting there for 7 days, you won't think it's going to eventually start getting a little old?
Right.
And then that's why you get kidneys, and like kidneys be messed up, intestines all messed up. Remember, when most diseases actually grow from is your intestines.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Because where you think they getting the food they need is from?
Because I honestly just learned about how a lot of diseases and everything is attached to mucous membrane.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, you gotta think about it. What's feeding the making mucus? What are you putting in your body to make it come? It's
dairy,
what you eat.
yeah,
It's more than that. It's with all the stuff, artificial stuff causes it too.
like all the processed stuff and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's shit's horrible.
So you gotta really go about that. Like, is it worth your life?
I don't think people think about that. Not so much is it worth your life. It's almost at the point in time. I think it almost come down to a money factor.
Even if it's a money factor, is it worth your life? Because if it's a money thing, you took care of yourself, you are able to work more.
Mm-hmm.
If you took care of yourself more,
You won't be run down so much.
you wouldn't sleep for 8 hours. You only need to sleep for 4. Because I know you sleep less, right?
Yeah, I sleep only maybe like 5-6 hours a night now.
When it was 8 to 9, and you be like still kind of tired,
Still
but you
groggy
wake up
and everything else.
now you
Mhm.
get up like you be ready.
Yeah,
to,
my girl gets so mad at me because she's like, "Yo, as soon as the sun hits your eyes, you're gone." I'm like, "I'm up."
That's what's supposed to happen.
God,
But
I'm awake.
You want to do stuff. You want to move around, but a lot of people don't understand that. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because it is, to me, it's one of those things where you say, "Oh, if you do this, you're going to be healthier." And I think because it's not such an instant result, people aren't willing to give it the time. Because I can say, "Oh, I want to lose weight. Let me go to the plastic surgeon, get this liposuction." That's an instant result. But then if you tell the same person, "Well, if you work out for 6 months, you can get the same thing," they're like, no.
Because black people are lazy. What?
No, I don't think
No. We are lazy. You gotta think about it though. Think about the McDonald's. They don't want to cook no more.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see in these kids' hands all the time? No people.
McDonald's.
Processed
food, yeah.
They the stuff that they can whip up real fast. Cause they not.
Hot Pockets, oozing noodles.
They be on welfare and still won't cook a meal for their children.
And that always throws me off. Like anytime people get like welfare help or whatever, and their house, you walk in their house, it's nothing but bags of chips, juice, and
Now you see what I'm saying.
you could take that same money and go get lettuce and tomatoes and.
They don't. The kids don't want it. They don't want to argue with them.
Mm-hmm.
So who runs the house?
Yo, we had this conversation all the time about these parents who
Oh,
don't want to offend their kids. What?
you gotta be a moron.
What?
And you want to know why they wild and crazy. You know why they wild and crazy? They don't get their way.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I explained to somebody one time, and it might offend some people. It's a difference when a little boy is getting raised by a grown woman and when a little boy is getting raised by a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the grown woman's going to instill values on this kid
Mm-hmm.
and do everything she can get, so he can succeed in life.
Right.
But, she dropped the jewels and whatever decision he makes. Cool. But when a bitch, a bitter person, and all this good stuff, she get a hold of the child, she neglects them.
Right.
Give him what he wants. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Here.
Yeah, as long as you're quiet.
Oh, you're cute. Be cute. Dress you up real cute. Like a doll.
Right. It's like an accessory.
Then when they get older, they all of a sudden want to put their foot down when they don't want to listen to nobody.
Yeah, but you can't do that then. It's too
Can't
late.
do that. You never instilled anything in them. Now
way
that
too
she
late.
want help. Oh, he needs this. Oh, he needs discipline. I need a man in the house. Oh, you want a man in the house now. So your child can learn, but you just wanted a man in the house because of you.
To make
Now,
it easier.
I mean, a grown woman wouldn't put any man in her child's life. Do you see the cycle of that?
Yeah. All the time.
And then we go to the difference between being raised by a grown man and getting raised by a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we really need to go into that?
I mean, we
Or
can.
it's common sense.
I mean, it is common sense, but I think, and my thing is too, when people talk about, what gets me is when people say, "Oh, he's a real nigga." First off,
real nigga.
what is that?
then if you a real nigga, then you gonna raise nigga children, and we got a problem, and then that's the problem that we need to get ourselves out of that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You're not raising your child to be a grown man. You're
Right.
teaching your child to be a nigga, and everybody is like shocked, like, hey,
Well, I mean, it gets more glorified it's more glorified to go to jail and come home than it is to go to college.
because you know why? It's a certain things, because when I blame men and women, because men be like, I'm a real ass nigga, and then women be like, I want a real ass nigga.
Right.
So a guy gonna want to be that real ass nigga to get this girl.
Right.
So it's, in a sense, is if you didn't actually say that and you want a grown man, he will be a grown man, because a lot of influence come from how men are, come from what women want.
Facts.
So if you want a real ass nigga, you're gonna get a real ass nigga, and then you're gonna get mad because he's a real ass nigga.
That's so true. You get
And so-
exactly what you asked for. Now you're mad
good.
about
Now
it.
you're mad because you think you're gonna change this dude.
Because you think
You're
you're
not
gonna change.
changing that man. He gonna do what he do. He been hitting you off with other chicks. You're gonna stay on that corner. You're gonna do this, and then all of a sudden you're gonna do a bunch of years. You're gonna come back. You're gonna say you're gonna change. You're gonna have a good man. You're gonna leave him for that good man. You leave him for the nigga that was in jail. You go back in the situation, and now you're back in the same cycle again. And then you got your kids watching you do it, so they think it's okay. So you have a daughter. So if you got a daughter watching you be like this, you are a very irresponsible woman,
Right.
because you're the person that's the foundation of that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And if she sees you bouncing the men and want money,
Oh,
and
that's
stuff,
what they're gonna do.
That's what they're gonna do. Look at these girls. They Cash App girls now. Give me what's your Cash App?
Yo, Cash App is ruining the world.
Well, no, we ruining the world. We stop giving them money, it'll change.
So many, it's crazy too, because I watch, I'll follow some people sometimes. Just
My Cash App is
You know what I'm
this.
saying?
And then
Like, you
giving
follow
a
somebody.
girl, and you getting rid of the actual courting.
yes,
And
yeah,
then
people don't
girls
court no more.
want to look. Girls want to be courted, but asking for a Cash App. Well, how does that work? You can't ask me for something when you don't want me to ask for that ass.
Right.
Don't ask for my Cash App.
Right.
If I'm gonna take you on a date, I'm gonna take you on a date. Don't they like be like, yeah. They be like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm going through something. I was like, and you be like, what? You be like, I need money. Do you have Cash App?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not supposed to take that as disrespect, but the first thing they're gonna say is you broke.
Right.
When you don't do what they ask, but they the ones that's asking you. So who's the
But-
broke one?
Well, and then the same thing happens too if you slide in a DM, all of a sudden you thirsty.
You can't just like them.
You can't. You
No.
can't. I just can't think you cute. Nah.
No. You put on that pound of makeup and all this stuff, boost your titties up, got boy shorts on, took 100 fucking pictures, and you gonna say a nigga thirsty? No, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
You just want attention, and you want to act like you're not like that when everybody's really laughing at you, because you're the one that put yourself out there. You should see some of the comments and stuff when they be arguing with people under their comments.
Oh, dog, they be the funniest.
And the dudes be like, shit, they be crying like, shut the hell
Yeah.
up. You put your ass out there.
I've progressively seen females' Instagrams go from
I'm lonely. I want a real
Hey.
man, but you got your butt in the ear.
like, hey, how you guys doing? Blah blah blah. I'm a model, and then
Got your titties up.
progressively go. Now it's a fans only. Sign up for my fans only. Or what is it? OnlyFans.
I don't know. But I think I heard about that where they just put pictures up, but they be naked.
Yeah, it's pretty much I guess a pay by person porn subscription.
I guess.
So I'm pretty sure the way it works is like I guess like the old porn sites used to work. Like you would pay for a subscription, but instead of a whole site, it's only one person.
Stupid as shit.
But
Now,
as soon
I'm
as you
not
say what's
paying-
up to them,
I'm not paying for that. I'm sorry.
No,
Well, I'm not paying for a girl that ain't mine.
no, hell to the no. These premium
I
Snapchats.
can't pay for a girl that ain't mine. I'm sorry, I can't give you shit. Well, see that actually takes away the integrity of the man.
Yes.
Because you're giving, how that girl gonna feel like she's the only one when you done get it, when she find out you did the same thing for every chick you was with, even the hoes.
To be honest with you, bro, the way it's coming through now, I don't think people fucking care.
But
I don't think they care.
But that's why, in the end of the day, that's why the black home is fucked up. There you go.
You heard it
There
here
you go
first.
again.
You heard it here first. we don't sugarcoat shit on this show.
I mean, like, we fucked up for a reason.
Facts.
And then, like we, we was talking real heavy earlier about certain things, about gentrification and all that other stuff. And I'm like, okay, why are you mad? Did you buy the property when it was down? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did the drug dealers that tore it up, did they buy it up to build it back? They didn't do shit. So somebody was like, you know what? This is a prime location. I'm going to build. When they start building, they start with white people. They was like, oh, we need everything back.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't need shit back. That shit was vacant lots with a bunch of trash in it, bunch of this, weed guts and all that stuff. Smells like piss.
Right.
All that stuff. Houses ran down. And you get mad when they start building these nice houses. You can't move in.
Right.
Oh, you shouldn't move in. Why the fuck would they want you to move in?
Well,
You the same motherfucker that owned that house that was ran down.
It's the same
So
thing.
you ain't gonna be on my property doing that.
It's the same thing when it comes to the whole like Black Lives Matter. Like
Black lives don't matter to black people.
Thank you. It only matter when it's somebody else doing it.
Now all the murders in Philadelphia were done by black people to black people. No cop did it this time, no excuse. So 30-something, where did the cop kill anybody at? There's nothing. So where's the march of them stop killing each other? Where's that march at? No, it ain't gonna be no.
It's not gonna be no march.
Because nobody gives a fuck, because we got a moral code that we don't snitch on each other. We said this and we do that and we do this, but we'll snitch on a cop though.
Oh, yeah, no heartbeat.
Right. So you're a snitch.
Well,
But y'all record everything y'all do. So ain't that a form of snitching?
dog. That shit get me too when they be like, yo, man, there's all these snitches out here, dog. I just came home. I'm like, nah, bro, you told on yourself. You know, when you posted that money, that gun, or you posted that picture, that gun, or you shouldn't buy all that fucking weed.
That's the goofball shit. How you gonna do that? How you gonna post pictures of what you have?
Right.
You really playing yourself.
And they get
but
mad
you
when you
ain't
get popped.
built like that.
But then as soon as you get mad, it's
As
everybody
soon
else's
as you get
fault.
popped.
Yup, it's everybody else's fault.
Everybody else's fault when you get popped because you're irresponsible.
Because you don't know how to not post shit. Everybody flexing.
Because we're in a world of attention, because only person that wants attention is girls. And if a guy wants attention, he wants attention too much, that means he was raised by a bitch because that's what she wants. Who wants attention? A grown woman does not need attention. There you go.
Facts. Hold on. Look.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
He get the first hand clap of the night. He got talking for real.
You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, like, you see how it works. I don't have no excuses for nobody. The only thing I got excuses for children.
Right.
And why their child is bad? Because their parents got them like that. They let them do what the hell they want to do. And they run around. They doing crazy stuff. And you got to think about the crazy stuff they do. This is probably the crazy stuff they did at home that they let them do. Because when they get caught up in their stuff, they be looking lost.
Yes.
Why you think they looking lost? Because they did it before.
And now nobody says anything to them. So all of a sudden it's like, why is this wrong?
Why is it wrong? Right.
For real, like
bitches and niggas raising babies.
We gotta start separating them.
We can't separate it. We can't do nothing about it now. Because We talked about this earlier. Would you like black equality and be really like
Black equality as far as like,
really standing up and standing for our rights and stuff like that? You were like that, right? And really like be out there really wanting that. You were really like that, right?
yeah, I think everybody would like that.
It will never happen in the black community.
Facts. No, that's true. And I use this
Because
analogy.
you know why? You know what would happen? You have to tell this black man or black woman in order for us to step up and do this, you will have to get rid of everything you own to help with the cause.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the first thing, I work too goddamn hard for this.
They will kill you. How many black leaders got killed for a couple of hours?
Facts.
So this didn't happen before, correct?
Yeah.
So you think it ain't gonna happen again?
No, I mean, it's happening now. You think all these, to me, yo.
Nobody. That's why nobody want to be a black leader, because they don't want to die.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
And you notice, like, Obama had to be politically correct to live.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not going to hold you. When he got elected.
He only lived for the idea that we can do it.
Because when he got elected, I knew he was getting shot.
The whole thing about it, he was so biased. He didn't act like
Right.
a nigga.
Right.
So it's like, it's hard to, like, a white man's respecting him for what he's saying and how he's holding himself. So he's actual grown man. So you regardless of wherever you are, you're always going to respect a grown man.
Right.
Whatever race or color, whatever
as long as they conduct themselves.
When he walk in there, when a grown man walk in that room, you know.
Right.
You already know the line of respect you're going to give that man.
Mm-hmm.
You already know he going to shake your hand as a man. He going to conduct his business as a man. He going to go home and be a man to his family.
Right.
You want that person around you. You want that person to talk.
Yeah,
even if he was black, he instilled values into any race. So the only reason he did not die is because he was a good man.
Right.
He didn't act like everybody thought he was going to act like he nigga in the office. No, grown man in the office. They stopped looking at him as that.
Yeah. Yup.
He got 2 terms. There you go. Wasn't that bad. And he got more votes the second time.
Right. Because everybody who wanted to vote for him the first time was like, wait a minute.
He's black. Oh, no. He's not black the second time.
No.
He is a grown man, and I like him.
That's how it go.
But now, we now in the in the stage that he's worried that if he was doing in that situation, did he hurt us or did he help us?
I guess it all depends on how you look at it. If the glass is half empty or half full
But
in that
now
situation.
you got to go to a grown man standpoint and a nigga standpoint and see which one is bigger and see how many more niggas it is grown men.
Right.
So did it help or did it hurt?
It might have hurt us.
I say it hurt us. I'm sorry.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like
because niggas is not representing him in the right way.
Well, Trump got elected, and I feel like now
Trump. Let me tell you about Trump. Trump is the most honest president we ever had ever. I'm sorry.
No, he is.
He don't like you. Fine. He did some stuff. Fine. He exposed a lot of stuff in the corporate community, and he hurt them. And then a lot of people don't do the research of what he did. That's why I want him out of there, because he exposed them. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not a big Trump fan just for the simple fact that he throw a lot of temper tantrums.
He ain't gonna throw because he's.
I feel like,
but you knew that. When Danny throwing temper, he was throwing temper.
Well, yeah, he was throwing temper tantrums before.
But that's what they elected, so you can't get mad for somebody that you already know was like this.
True.
He was like that already. But what the favor he did to us is he exposed a lot of things that if you didn't wake up, that's your fault.
Right.
Because he showed you how racist America still is. That's the ultimate thing that a black person should know. You thought it was cool, he bought it out.
Yes.
He really bought it out. Well, let's get a hand clap for that for him. No, we gotta clap. We gotta clap 2 times. Because now, if you don't know better, you don't know better. Like, he really gave you conscious thoughts. Like, yo, what the hell?
Right.
They don't like you. He did never say he never liked us. If you really peeped it, he never said he didn't like black people. He said everybody, white America don't like you.
Right.
So he never said he didn't like them.
No, yeah, Trump never came out and said he don't
He
like it.
never said it.
And I think what the whole thing was, he came out.
Said, yo, the wordplay is real.
Yeah, the way he worded things was crazy, because he came out and pretty much his whole campaign, when he first started off, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," like any other politician.
Build the wall.
But then
you know
once
why he was building the wall.
Well, it was supposed to keep jobs in America.
But you know that that situation is very, very sensitive.
Right.
Because when they make their money, they send it back to the people.
Over there, right.
It's not being regenerated into the United States.
Right.
So how can we do any revenue and keep it? That's like how the Jews do.
Yeah, they keep it all in the community.
We not. So if they're...
Which we used to.
But if they work here and then send it over there, that's being sent over here. It's not being recycled here. It's being recycled in another country. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that you're broke for a reason. Mm-hmm. And they're still doing jobs. And they're still getting welfare. And they're still illegal. And they're not paying taxes. So that money don't circulate. So the person is... They're sending money over to their country, and plus, you're paying for their welfare. You just lost twice with money. Mm-hmm. Now you understand. Nobody sees that point, that he's really trying to say, look, we're broke for a reason. Can we get a hand clap on that?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, though, to me, also, when they come out, when they allow people to come over here legally. And then they come over here with a perfect credit score. They come over with
But they build stores that they got to buy the restock and all that other stuff, so they actually recirculate in the dollar. So when they let them have the stores and stuff, that's recirculating the dollar. We're more irresponsible with things like that when we get it as black people. Mm-hmm. We don't know what to do with it. Like we're actually getting better, mm-hmm. but Asians and Dominicans, they got them stores. They know how to tell you no. They know how to tell you this is the price.
And that's where it is.
You know what I mean? Black people, we have a store, and well, we can get into it. They gonna be like, man, dog, can I get a deal? Because we black.
We say this all the time.
Fuck you. I'm not giving you no fucking deal.
I say the
same thing. Come on. Like you got your stuff and they gonna ask you for a deal and you put your heart and soul in all this. But since y'all both black, she feels as though she should get those lashes for $2 and you should be charging everybody else. But what if you're the only consumer? Their only consumer is black. So you gonna get you paying top dollar for what you have. And they wanna shortchange you, but they cute. They out there cute on your shit. Don't even wanna post you that you put it on their face, and that is the most disrespectful shit of all. Because we disrespect ourselves. And you want to do business, and you want to run a business, but you don't want to support no one's business. Fuck you. No. Can't do that. I mean, you should have sponsors on your podcast. Black-owned businesses should be sponsoring you so you can spread this word, and people should be listening to you at home, and so we can really talk and really be able to express us.
Yep.
Express us. And you can't do that because there's more white people that will want to listen to what we have to say than our own people. And then we ain't supposed to say fuck our own? So if somebody gets successful and move to the burbs, he's supposed to come back. You did nothing for them.
Yo, we had this. So listen. So that you said that, yo, we had this conversation the other day at work. How motherfuckers get money and then they move out. Like, you know, I think the last thing we was talking about was like 50 Cent. And everybody was like, oh, he don't even come back. Nigga, I wouldn't come back either.
They hate
I don't
him.
owe you anything. You didn't help me get here. You didn't help. I don't owe you nothing. And that is such a problem in our community. They feel like if one make it, then we all make it. No, bro, you had the same opportunity.
You ain't fuck with him when he was
Right.
doing the music. Where was you at? Was you giving out the flyers? Was
Right.
you doing the graphic
Was you
card?
helping with
was
studio
you doing
time?
this? Was you doing that? What the fuck were you doing to help with the success?
Nothing.
You bought a CD? Thank you. I gave you my product.
Well, then I need you
bought
to
a
come back
CD.
and pour $100,000 into this community.
No.
That's the mindset. That's the mentality.
That's my mentality.
It is the
and shit.
mentality, man.
you
It's
mean,
crazy.
Like, people always want me to support them. When I say something, like I got a lot of supporters now,
Right.
Because I had to put my, you know, what I mean, I had people saluted me on some things I've done, and I didn't want nothing out of it. Like Uzi, like I actually discovered him, and I seen him in Powerhouse and one year, and he was like, "Thank you for everything to them," and he made me do a recording and put it on Instagram. Giving me shouts out saying I did this for him and whatever. What artist is doing that? That's black.
Right.
It's going back to the person that actually put them on. Like, this is how you do things.
Right.
Who's going backwards?
Nobody.
Who's shouting them out on the internet?
Nobody.
Exactly. So I was warmed because I ain't expected that. Because
Right.
I ain't expect that. You know what I mean? I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean? He wants me to really start reaching out and doing it again, what I did for him. And I'm like, and he's like looking at me crazy because I don't want to do it because it was a lot of stress.
Right.
Because these people don't come. I say this, artist development is very important because you got to get the nigga out of motherfucker and make him into a grown fucking man. And if you got people around him that's all niggas, and he going to listen to them niggas because there's more niggas than the grown man. So now you got to sit there and be like, young boy, what you going to do? And then they going to go that way and they, you know the stories. They end up in jail. They back in the streets and they get shot. They do too much. Or they burn their bridge. They do all this other crazy shit. But want to come back when everybody's gone. The money's gone. Everything's gone. Who you go to? You go back to the grown man that tried to warn you and be like, oh, man, OG, you was right. And you know how many times I hear that shit?
Yeah, but
And I don't have nothing to say.
Because by that time it's too late.
By the time I don't got nothing to say to you because I said what I needed to say to you then. What is the point of me saying it now?
Right.
We're not great because you didn't listen to me. I'm trying to do this as a friend. You wasn't fucking paying me. So if he wasn't paying me to do something, to give you some good advice, and you go with the drug dealer that only know drugs, you don't got nothing about business, and you want to go through he trying to get you through the game through a drug dealer's way, it's not going to work. Got to be a grown man about it. Grown men only do business.
Facts.
Grown men only do business. I mean, anybody can sell drugs, but a grown person has to run a whole business. A nigga can't run a business because he has the patience or the education to do so because you didn't go further. Because even drug dealers like niggas, they can become men. Because I know they didn't. I know a few that have, but they had to become a man first.
Right.
You had to be like this. All right, I'm gonna take this real estate class. I'm done with this. And there's always they always do it at the last minute.
Yeah, when it's too late.
When it's too late, they want to change their lives and shit like that. Stop bitching the man up. Can't even man up because you're a nigga. That's why I tell me.
You don't know how.
Listen, I told you.
Bro, we're going to have to do a whole show with you.
Huh?
I'm going to have to come back and do a whole show with you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You was all nervous at first. I don't know about jumping on the show, dog. How you do it? Yo, you good at this.
I didn't know I was good at this.
Yeah, you good at this, dog.
I just got a lot to say sometimes, and sometimes I don't want to waste my breath because you just talk to you blue, and then they'll look at you like you're stupid. But when the shit hits the fan, they want to have a long conversation with you after it hits the fan. I don't want to have that conversation.
Right.
Because I already told you.
You already know what's happening.
I already told you what happened. I've told you 100 times. So you trying to have an hour conversation, but every time I try to warn you, it comes up for a couple days. So we're done here. You know what I mean? Like, you want to educate, but they don't want to be educated. And that's what a lot of people need to understand. If you want to learn something, you will learn it if you want to.
Yeah. If you're passionate about something, you're gonna take the time out or find the time to get it done or learn, or like you said, if you want to know something bad enough, you're gonna figure it out or find out.
You can.
It really does boil down to just being lazy.
It's boiled down as being a nigga and a bitch.
You heard it here first, man.
Man
Black
or
Opinionated
woman.
podcast. Niggas and bitches, we don't fuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, niggas and bitches is the problem with Black America. Oh, there ain't no such thing as Black America. You're not even a nationality. And oops, did I say something wrong?
No, we're just not gonna get that deep right now.
Well, we talked about that
That's
earlier.
That's
We
why I
not
said it's
even
gonna.
black people not even considered a nationality African American. African American is not considered a nationality. So how can you get your 4 acres and a mule when the Indians did? Because they was considered a nationality. The Mexicans was considered a nationality.
Yeah, that's why they got reservations. The Indians have reservations and everything, and they're untouchable, pretty much.
Well, Asians considered a nationality because we had camps and stuff here years ago when we was doing the war, and they got money, but we the only ones. They ain't getting nothing. And you know what the excuse is? Nationality. So we're still labeled as 5% human.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
actually
you-
in the Constitution.
So if anybody's watching, and then you gotta understand, no matter what you put on, no matter how you look, no matter what you do, you are still a nigga until you accept the nationality. That's why a lot of people are turning into Moors.
We're gonna say this for another show. I can see now it's about to get deep.
I can get deep.
But
Oh, you want me on a whole
is
nother
that
show
my
now?
$2?
Oh shit! Now, oh look at this. Let me see one of those dollars and shit. You know what I mean, so let's see. People die for this shit.
Well, the crazy part is I was actually driving in a car the other day, and I don't know why this crossed my head, but I'm like, everybody, we glorify this dollar bill, right? Super glorified. It's what
You
everybody.
sell your soul for it, but
That's
your
what
soul.
everybody gets up
but,
and go to work every day for. This is what makes the world go round. This is what we spend.
Oh, girl, what we was talking
our
about
last hour
what we was
on.
talking about earlier about the Illuminati stuff. Oh, we're already in it.
And then
We already been initiated. Your parents already did it when they signed your birth certificate. The mark of the beast is actually birth certificate and Social Security. Actually, the Bible says that you cannot do nothing without this. So when you put your fingerprint on something when in the government and they already have your fingerprints, all your shit come up. The
Yeah.
mark of the beast is your thumbprint. That's why in your birth certificate, your original one was your feet and your hands. Right? Why would it be now you see what I'm talking about. Your passport, and she see it. You see it? You see all them, you know what I mean? Yeah. Real shit. You're already in it. You already got initiated in when you can refuse a birth certificate. But you remember, if you don't have a birth certificate or social,
you can't do nothing.
you can't do nothing. So what does it say in the Bible about that situation with the mark of the beast?
You can't get into heaven.
No. You can't have currency. You can't do nothing. So what can't you right now can't do nothing without?
Money.
and you can't really get no money if you don't have this. You can't get no pension. You can't
Right.
get this. You can't get a 9 to 5 job. You can't get nothing. You can't get health insurance. You can't get nothing. You don't exist
You don't
unless
exist.
you are under our umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Deep, right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
And she looking at it. She like, oh, you see it? Look at the front of it. Look what's there. Look at the symbols. What is it?
Dropping some jewels right now.
Like a tiger. Mm-hmm. Keep looking. And you gotta look inside too. It's all there.
We got one more guest for the night, man.
We'll talk
The
about
operation
that
manager of the pop-up shop. My man Marcus came on here and dropped some jewels. We got way deeper than I thought we were, but I fucks with it because he definitely gonna be back again. We're gonna come back down here. We're gonna do another one.
Oh, well, we're gonna do this like once a month or something.
Yeah, we could shoot for that.
Once a month, we might as well get a studio audience. You want a studio audience? You can sell some lashes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely have to sit down and talk about everything.
We can have another camera on her.
But y'all got. Oh yeah, I'm actually on working on getting a third one.
She be installing lashes, talking to us
See if I
at the
point to
same
this
time.
right. Nope. See, I don't never point to this right here, man. You know where to find them at. Black and Nobel,
Yep, pop-up shop, 4th and South.
410 South Street for all y'all not in the city.
Yeah, I mean Philadelphia, PA. We here. We are also located in Baltimore too now.
Oh, big
Yes,
ups.
we are, but you can find us at blackandnobel.com. We on Instagram at Black and Nobel. You can just search Black and Nobel, and we have the products to keep you mindful and healthy.
Boom.
Knowledge is power.
Man, you know what it is, yo. It's your boy Black's the Black Penny, the podcast. We got one more guest for the night, man. We're going to be right back, so make sure y'all stay tuned. And y'all know where to find me at, man. Everything is AKA the Bop, all on social media. Google me. We'll be back in a minute. Here
What
we
program
go.
is this? It's going crazy.
Yeah, it's called Ecamm Live. Let me see. All right. So that camera's still there. Hold on, y'all. We just experienced a little bit of technical difficulty.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
Oh, we
That
live.
shit always happen.
We at the Vision venue. You say
Actually, I get this other camera to connect. Actually, I tapped on the power strip right before we came back. There it is.
yeah. Damn, this is a microphone. Which one are you? 150? 350?
About tree fitty.
Yeah, it's good. You can use this for recording too.
Mm-hmm.
This one probably sound crazy on recording.
You can't even hear the music in the background.
Nah, they do sound good. Let's see, what am I missing here? This camera didn't turn on. I don't even got the switcher in there. What is happening? All right, hold on, y'all. Bear with me for a sec.
Oh, disconnected. All right, yep. That boy cooler than a cucumber.
My dumb ass stuff right on.
Are you-
Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, yo, we back. Oh, no, did it just freeze? Nope, there it is.
Hey,
There we
yo,
go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
All right, yo, we back, man. It's your boy Black. We at 410 South Street at the pop-up shop. I got the brand ambassador with me, my cousin, Daryl, a.k.a. UFO Status.
Hey, yo.
I just want him to get on here real quick, man, and really just talk about what the pop-up shop is and how it came about.
Well, in general, it's a pop-up store for businesses. So you can be permanent or you can pop up literally. But let me tell you a little bit of history. So you have Brittany _ the Visionary. She wrote a book and she had a women's group. And with this group, she was popping up at different locations, promoting her brand and promoting just women empowerment. And she said she got tired of having to go to different locations to promote the same brand. So she wanted to create a permanent pop-up store where people can come consistently in the same location and create a name for themselves and build up their brand. And that's how the pop-up store was created. And I was brought in from day one to help manage the business and help it grow. And also invest my time into the businesses that invest their time into us. So right now we have like about 24 permanents, over 30 rotating. So altogether over 50 businesses that deal with us. And not only just businesses coming in to rotate, but business coming in to get their LLCs, coming and get their flyers done, help with their marketing, help with their branding. So literally anything you need to start or run a business, you can do it at the pop-up store. So it's more than just a store. It's a place to start, and it's also a place to finish.
That's so dope. Because
Yeah.
not a lot of people are doing this.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can come is the fact that you made it a one-stop shop. Like, hey, I have this idea about running the business. Oh, well, let us help you get your LLC.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't have nowhere to put my business. Hey, you can come right here and do it.
Facts.
Hey, I don't have a website. Oh, well, we got you on that too.
Facts.
Well, what about flyers? Oh, yeah, we help you with that too.
Yep. And most people, they when they do their business, they go through so many different sources. With here, you just go through one source.
One
Main source. So you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to worry about getting cheated or getting overcharged. We're going to charge you the right price, and the work's going to be done perfectly. You know, there's a lot of people out there doing it, but I mean, the pop-up store is doing it the best. Shout out to Brittany _ the Visionary, because like I said, without her, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't her. So
Right.
I had to thank her for giving me the opportunity, because I ain't know nothing about managing a business. You see what I'm saying?
And you've been here, and y'all been here for a little over a year, right?
Yeah, this location has been here for about a year, and I would say 7 months.
And y'all just opened up another location.
Yeah, Roosevelt Mall. The Roosevelt Mall, Cotman Avenue, 2329 Cotman Avenue. That's been open for about 2 months and a couple weeks.
Now, do you have the same?
You here for a walkthrough? What are you here for exactly? How you doing? You'll be talking to me. I got you. You're permanent. You were supposed to come in with black vendors, correct? Okay, all right. Hold on.
Give us about 5 minutes.
So yeah, now we have a client here right now who's coming in. She's moving in as permanent, and she's coming in to see her space to see how it build up. So not only do we do that, but we help with building your space, making sure we market your space correctly. So I mean, it's definitely been different, but it's been fun. The hours is long as hell, but there's nothing like helping your own people, and it has to start somewhere. There's a lot of people out there trying it, but there's not a lot of places where you can consistently go and spend a black dollar with other minority businesses. So it's fun as hell. Oh, Slam, you got.
Yeah, this joint do everything.
Hey, yo, this joint's special.
So, the one in Cotman Ave, how did y'all come about? Like,
Cotman Ave, that actually, well, what happened was we had the South Street store, and someone actually came in who was part of owning businesses over at Roosevelt Mall. He came in and was like, man, I like the idea. I like this brand. And he spoke with Brittany, and from then on there, we got the location.
That's dope.
We got it. I think she seen it. We got it within 2 months. She got it fixed up within a couple weeks. Shout out to Louis, the carpenter who fixed the whole store up in I swear it was 3 weeks. Like the boy was living in the store. Like he was killing it. Like he didn't even leave.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
That's unheard of. It's always good to have dedicated people. And that's another thing too. It's about having people that are dedicated. Like if you can't find good workers or good people to help you, your shit will fail.
Right.
Facts, and that's why a lot of people do fail and they don't even realize it. Like when I first started my music, I was relying on the wrong people, and I think that's why I was set back so much because I was too busy relying on everybody else when all I really had to do was worry about myself, focus on myself, and just get it done. Same thing here with your business. Run it. Focus on yourself. Sometimes you have to divide yourself with the people that's not really helping you, because most of the people that you with are not even helping you at all.
No, not at all. They're just kind of standing around.
And as soon
they're either yes men or they don't see what you're trying to see.
Facts. And if someone don't see a vision, how can they help you? How can they be excited?
How can they give you advice?
But not only that, how can they work for you? Like if someone doesn't see a vision, they work for you. They're always going to want what their pay. But someone that sees a vision and see where it's going, they'll work with you because they know what's coming out in the future.
Yep. Because what happens is a lot of people want to be a boss.
Yes.
But a lot of people are not built to be a boss. A lot of people need that schedule. A lot of people need somebody to tell them when to wake up, when to go to work, when you get done.
Yep.
Because people think running your own business that it's all just fucking, roses and fucking rainbows. No, it's long hours. It's long nights. It's friendships lost. It's relationships deaded. It's family members that you're not talking to no more. Like, it's ridiculous.
Because I don't even talk to my friends as much as I used to. I used to talk to them every day, and it's like I literally had to not separate myself, but the time I was putting in here, I didn't have no time to do anything else. Everything I was doing, I'm not doing. I was a gamer. that gamed all the time. I haven't gamed in a long ass time.
Dog, I just turned out. I made it a point to go buy a new PlayStation on Black Friday.
Just to game, to get back to it.
Just to get back into it, dog. I played it a lot when I first got it because, of course, it was that Christmas break thing.
Yeah.
So even at work, I was off a little bit. I just turned my PlayStation back on last night.
And even still, it's not even the same. When I play now, it's not even that same amount of excitement that it used to be.
No, because you know why? Because I'm more like, I could be working on this video.
Facts. I be playing the game like, damn, I could finish this song up.
Yeah.
And then I get in the game, get chopped anyway, because I ain't got no skill, so I'm getting chopped.
But I'm about to get back into, I am going to get back into gaming kind of heavy just because we stream so much.
Yeah, you guys do.
So I'm going to start streaming.
But I gotta switch to PlayStation because Xbox ain't got nothing, man. I've been trying my hardest to stick with Xbox, but the last big game they brought out was Sea of Thieves. But other than that, they don't got nothing.
Nah.
But let's not switch it.
Anyway. But we at 410 South Street, man, the pop-up shop. Make sure y'all come down, check it out. What are your hours of operation?
So the South Street location is from 12 to 10. Like I said, right now, $99 gets you 4 days a month between two locations. So you can come. You don't need an LLC. You don't need your business license. The store is your license. Even featured caterers. Featured caterers have to do a taste testing, and then you pay $100 to sell your food during the day.
And that, so for $100, pretty much $25 a week.
Yeah.
You come 4 times.
4 times a month.
Literally once a week.
Once a week.
For $100.
For $100. You come sell your products, and you don't have to give us a cut of nothing. Or you can become permanent. But I know you don't find that nowhere. Like most vending events range from $35 to about $50
Right.
in general.
One time.
And it's not even a permanent space. It's just some random loft or lot or building that they have an event in, and that's
Right.
the
It's
wrap.
like a farmer's market almost.
Pretty much.
And you just pay for that one,
Pay for that
one
one
spot.
day. This is a store that's been promoting itself for over a year and a half. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of traction behind it. Shit, remember we did the 6 month. What you did the 6 month anniversary video?
I did the 6-month anniversary. That got played on BT.
Got played on BT. Nobody even.
I was so hyped.
Somebody was like, "Yo, what's on?" I was like, "Yo, I didn't even see that."
Yeah,
John.
dog. You hit me, and I was like, it wasn't played in our area. I was like, fuck.
I was like, so we trying to do another one too. I got talking about that. We trying to do one more commercial.
Okay.
Like an actual commercial for like TV because, like people know, but it's like I don't think enough people know, but enough people are not talking.
Well, word of mouth is so hard because you're either going to get the people who say, yo, go to the pop-up shop. They got a lot of dope stores in there.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get the people who's like, man, fuck that pop-up shop.
Facts.
So
Facts. And they saying fucking for no reason.
for no reason.
For no reason. Like I see people walk by all the time. I remember one time somebody came in the store and I was like, hey, come into the pop-up store, minority-owned businesses. And the girl walked in and she's like, why are we coming in here? And I'm like, and it was a young girl. And I'm looking at her like, you the problem.
Yeah, well, you know why? You know what it is? These are a lot of small businesses in here. So unless they're reselling stuff, a lot of this stuff is made
Yeah.
by that person
Yes.
or by that business. And people are so caught up on not if it fits well or does it look good on me. They're caught up on a name like Balenciaga. Them Balenciaga shoes are fucking ugly. I don't care what nobody say. They're ugly.
And people buy them.
But people keep buying them because they come with a certain price tag and a certain level of what's the word? Clout.
Look, let me tell you
Wearing
something.
them.
If you buy Balenciagas, dhgate.com. You can
Yo,
buy them joint for $35. They look exactly the same, and no one will ever know.
no one will ever know.
Because most of the people, yeah, and then, like I said, people put it on their feet for that clout, and then you go look at their bank account,
And they got nothing in
and
it.
it's Slim Jim. And that's what I had to learn early on. Like the first 6 months or the first 4 months of managing the store, I spent money goofy, like, and then I would go home every week and be like, where the money at?
Right.
Where the assets? What did I acquire?
What did I buy that's actually going to help
Help
me
me
out?
exactly, and that's another thing people need to do too. A lot of people do get money, but this is how you spend it. You gotta be careful nowadays.
Well, no, I was like that too. When I started truck driving, dog, I was
You
making
probably-
money hand over fist.
you probably just-
We was blowing money all the time. I was out blowing money every
week.
I'm talking going out on a week and $500 down the drain.
Wow, and it probably wasn't even touching because you was probably making so much, it probably didn't even matter.
No, and then everybody, my kitchen, and kind of what slowed me down a little bit was we was out one night and kitchen came up to me and was like, yo, how much that drink cost? And I told him, I said, I don't know. I just paid a fucking tab at the end of the night. And he was like, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's my problem too. Like when I go out to bars, I don't drink, so people always expect me to start the tab. I'm like, nah, you start the tab, I'll drink off of you 3 times.
yeah. See, I don't. When I go out now, I don't start tabs no more.
Yeah, because when
that
you
was
start
my
tab,
downfall.
Everybody be like, oh, and then next you know you share
Next
with
thing you know,
everyone.
yup.
Next thing
I
you get
can't-
tab
and it's the
150.
same, and it's the same thing when it comes to running a business. Pretty much, you got to think about your business like opening the tab.
Yep.
If niggas gonna keep coming through and saying they gonna do this and do that, they just racking stuff up without actually even paying for it.
Yep. Facts.
So the pop-up shop to me is a great location to come if you want to test something out. It'd be an awesome location to do that too, because it's not going to hurt your pockets to come and try it out. You could pick a day, you could pick a week, you could say, hey, let me just pay the $100 for the month. You got to spend money in order to make money.
Yep.
But also with that being said, you have to spend money the right way. I don't mind being a little bit tight at the end of the week if I purchase stuff for my business.
Facts.
Or if the money got spent the right way. Because it's a difference between paying your bills and being broke and going out and blowing money and being broke.
Yeah.
Two different brokes.
Yep. When you pay your bills and you broke, you be happy.
You cool.
You
You can get through. Like
you might
I
be
just,
mad, but
yeah.
you like, yeah.
Like I'm a little tight, but I know my lights ain't getting cut off. I know my water gonna stay on.
my cell phone still
I know,
popping.
right? I know I can still make a phone call. I know I got gas in my car.
Yep.
I know my car taken care of. I know my insurance is paid. But when you out just blowing money, and trust me, you will not feel like that coming here. It is a gorgeous location. It's set up superbly nice. And I'm not just saying that because he's my family, because he know that I would be completely honest. But they have, and they have shelves and hangers, and you can hang your signs up on the wall. Like you can literally make your spot a mini store.
Mini store.
The only difference is there's another store next to you without a wall. That's it.
Facts.
That's the only thing. I mean, if they wanted to get crazy about it, they could put dividers up. But to me, that would make you feel cramped.
Make you feel cramped, yeah.
So I would definitely come down, man. Check it out, 410 South Street. I know my man Daryl got an interview that he about to do with the young ladies coming in looking at
yes,
a
we
spot.
got coming in looking
So,
at a spot.
I mean,
like I said,
people are coming.
They coming. Space is still open. Like I said, start off at 350 all the way up to 1200. Got 4 foot, 8 foot, and 12 foot spaces. So come check us out. Thevisionvenue.com.
And that don't forget that $99 a month. You just want to come and test it out, man. Get you 4 times in the store.
And right now, for $35, you get buy one, get one free. So for $35, you get one day, you get an extra day for free. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Yo, 410 South Street.
We out here.
Man, it's your boy Black, the Black Opinionated Podcast, a.k.a. The Bop. You know where to find me each and every show. And if you have not done so already, please like, share, subscribe. Catch me on iTunes, Facebook, Google Play. Where else? Stitcher, Spotify. Still waiting on fucking
You
Pandora.
on Weezer?
Nah, what's that?
It's another streaming app.
Okay, cool. About to do that. We on Twitch.
You Twitch too?
Yeah, we're on
Facts.
Twitch right now.
Oh snap! Okay.
So with this program, we're on 2 different Facebook pages.
Okay.
We're on Periscope on Twitter,
Okay.
Twitch, and YouTube.
Okay.
So I run out to all those simultaneously.
Okay.
So, man, make sure y'all check us out, man. 410 South Street, the pop-up shop. I'm your boy Black. It's a Black Opinionated Podcast, a.k.a. The Bop. You know where to find me. We'll be back. Woo, this was a good day, man. Make sure y'all run this interview. I had a bunch of interviews today, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was dope.
And they was talking.
And
wasn't
they all had something to say, and definitely going to check out the sex therapist. Facts, I'm going to check her out.
She good at what she does.
And, man, make sure y'all check out Black and Nobel. Young ladies, please come down to the pop-up shop and get your lashes done.
Facts.
Lashes by Crystal J.
Wow.
All right.
Peace.
So, everybody have a good night, man. Y'all be safe out there. Take care of one another. And yet again, my condolences are out to the Bryant family.
Absolutely,
Kobe has
absolutely.
lost his life along with his young daughter. So, that's a sad day for all of them. So our prayers do go out to their family and our condolences because that is a tragic event that happened. And Kobe was definitely a game changer in a game of basketball. Yeah, man. So don't wait too long to give somebody their flowers, okay? If you got a family member or whatever that you're beefing with, man, call them up. Just try to squash it because you never know, man. Life is way too short to be out here just be mad all the time. Kobe was only 41 years old. He was only 6 years older than me, so that ain't nothing.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, let's just take care of one another, man. Everybody be out there, be safe, man. Y'all have a good night. If you haven't done so, give Kobe's family a moment of silence. Send your prayers up, condolences. Everybody be safe out there, man. I'm your boy Black, the Black Opinionated Podcast, a.k.a. The Bop. Y'all have a good night. Don't forget, 410 South Street, the pop-up shop. Peace.